Good morning. How's it going, Lotus? How you doing today, man? Today, we are going to be working on the coal room, which we already kind of have planned out, so we kind of know what we're doing, which will definitely help. But we should do one more thing. Let's just grab some of these. Don't imagine we'll need more than a stack. Doing good, happy to hear it. All right. Feel the music is a bit too loud? I got you. How's that? Is that better? I even turned my mic up a little bit. It might help. All right. So we have a bunch of bunch of black glass. We also have a bunch of deep slate. And then one of these, we have some black concrete, which we'll need to get more of. There we go. We have a bunch of lanterns. Probably need more black concrete than what we have here. But this is what we're going to be working with. And if we need to get more black concrete, we will. That's better. Excellent. Now I'm just going to grab... I guess I can use the black glass. Black glass will be fine. Alright. So today I'm going to be making the cave room, which is going to be exciting. It's going to be pretty simple. I already have it sort of schematiced out over here. You can already kind of see it. So what we will have is what looks like a cave. So this is what this room is going to kind of look like. Except the bottom is going to have... I'm probably not going to do this all the way down. I'm probably just going to leave it at 1. And then below it will be the glass and concrete. And same for the ceiling. We'll have glass and concrete up above. So we should probably find out where the bottom layer of this is going to go, which is roughly here, probably this layer, and then start working around the rim. Because we don't need all of this to be filled in. We just need it to be the rim around it. And then that'll give us exactly where we need to put the black concrete and then the glass. So let's do that first, because that will be the easiest thing to do. So let's grab our deep slate. And let's start with, let's see. Yeah, I think this would be the layer. Guess I'll just start right here. Me is working and lurking. No problem, man. I appreciate you being here. Well, hugs to you back, my friend. Whoops, didn't mean to put that. Okay, I'm actually just gonna fill in these little corners here just to make it a little easier to walk around. There we go. And we probably don't need that white yet. So let's go over here. And we'll be filling this with some of some ores as well. But right now we just need to get the foundation down. I imagine this will probably be the easier of the rooms to make. We're also gonna have to spawn proof this with slabs, but that's totally fine. I guess I don't need the entire trim. Yeah, let's actually take it away. We really just need the middle. Let's go to there. These are sideways, but that's fine. Okay. Got the trim. Now we have the pillar in the middle there we need to get as well. We're about to run out. Let's grab some more real quick. Oh yeah, easy place we got turned off. Okay, there we go. Now we need to put slabs over that. Let's make some of those real quick. We should have, yes. Let's throw some of these boxes down. Whatever, close enough. All right. Oh, it's cobbled. It's cobbled deep slate, not regular. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, so we need to either go get cobbled, which I guess we're gonna have to do. So either get cobbled or break this one. Okay. One moment. Actually, we can fly out this way. Let's actually just get enough real quick with a pick. Where's my ender chest? Oh, right there. Easy place mode. Get out of here. Okay. What we need... Where's our tool? We just put it in here. Oh, we're blind. No silk touch. No... Okay. Fortune. That's a little overkill, but it's fine. This will do it like right here. Oh, we can't because that's there. There we go. Okay, so we need some cobbled deep slate. Unfortunately. Oh my god, that thing grew up almost to the ceiling. I didn't know they grew that high. Okay. Don't have too much fun? I'll try my best. Okay, let's get some slabs, because yeah, look at these dudes. They're already having a good time. spawning in. Excuse me, fellas. Excuse me, fellas. Excuse me. If I drop them off. Oh, something spawned. A freaking ghast. I know Big Man's still mad at me, but we just gotta press forward. Now we can use... Oh, wait. Oh, this is gonna... It's gonna have to be the top of it anyways, right? Ah, bugger. Perhaps not. That's alright. This layer will just... Actually, should we do this? Yeah, because some of them have a layer on top of this one. Okay, so we might have should have just built the entire thing. Okay, we'll put the slabs on it for now as a spawn proofing, and then put the glass in the middle. Just so I don't have to deal with these dudes. Okay. Ooh. Oh, we're out of slabs? Yeah. One moment. We turned all of the cobbled into it, right? Yeah, okay. We actually probably just need to go get some. Alright, let's go try that. Which means stuff is gonna spawn here, but what can you do? I don't even know if we have any cobbled deep slate. My question is, can I put deep slate in my concrete conversion machine and make cobbled deep slate? Yeah, because I don't have any. Okay, I'm actually curious about that. I want to see. Let's take a look. So where is my... Yeah, there's the cave that I I was piecing together. Okay, where is the concrete conversion? I think it's in the factory way over here. Do I have wings on? No, I have normal armor on. Why would I do that? Okay, there's a version in there, but there's also a version over here, so... Oh, never mind, that's the furnace. So we probably should just do it right here. Oh, I put a thing in there. Okay, so if I put regular deep slate in here, can this be turned into... Because I don't know if it uses any of the falling part because it immediately transforms. Because the second it's pulled over, let's see. Yeah, it's pulled over. Does it drop down or is it push down? I think the second it comes over, it's, well, maybe not. Right there. Well, only one way to find out, I guess. Okay, it is going through the machine. That one's pretty quick, it looks like. Real question is, will this blow itself up somehow? I think it will if we do it too quick. But it does look like it will work. Let's just spam it as fast as we can and see if anything breaks. If nothing breaks, then we're in there. Okay, it looks like everything should be fine. And then... yeah, turning into cobbled. Alright, I mean, I think in theory it should work. Kind of extreme for me to do it for not, we don't really need a ton. We probably could just take out some of these walls. Okay, we might need more black concrete anyway, so let's just do it. Let's make some more black concrete. We don't need a ton, but... oh, I need a shulker box. Let's grab, like, what? 3, just in case. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to make some of this into cobbled. I didn't think about that for some reason. Okay, so let's turn maybe 2 of these into cobbled, and then we'll need black concrete, which we can duplicate. Don't need to go there. All right, let's go duplicate this first real quick because it will be super fast. We actually might have some left over. It should still be in there. It is. Let's sleep. Turn this on. And let's go. All right. Yeah, there's already some already in here, so that's good. Let's do one. Where's the other one? Oh, here we go. There we go. And then anything from these other ones we'll just take out and put in here. This shouldn't take very long because these usually fill up pretty quick. Fortunately enough for me. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. None up there, which means it's all up here. Feel like that one's already almost full. I don't know how much we're gonna need, but it's not like we're not gonna use black concrete in the future, so probably should just grab a ton. I should probably just get all the colors and just find a way. I need to sort these out. I need to have like an actual auto sorter here. But the problem with auto sorters is that this system would have to be a lot faster to keep up with it. Or we'd have to have like 4 filters for one color. Unless we only did, you know, a set amount at a time and just kept filling them up. That could also work. Who knows? Who knows how we would end up doing it, but... Okay, we are almost there. See, the hoppers can't keep up. I wish we could upgrade hoppers. That would be one of the things that if I knew how to mod, I would mod. I would try to find a way to make hoppers faster. I don't care if I need to craft them with more expensive recipes. If I can make like diamond hoppers, I would do that. Okay, that one's full. That one's about to be full. Then we just have this first one. This concrete conversion actually working for deep slate is kind of nutty for me. That's so good. Because I tend to use my silk touch pick everywhere. But I need cobbled deep slate to make my favorite blocks. I just love deep slate blocks, man. They're so good. Deep slate tiles are my favorite. Okay, how much? That one's almost full. That one is full. That means it's just going into this hopper. Okay, let's go turn off the machine. We should be good. Look at our little happy gas all flying around. I guess it kind of fits the aesthetic of the end, but man, yeah, we kind of trapped them. Whoops. That's my bad, fellas. All right. Let's go ahead and pick up what we have. Excellent. Yep, these are all full. We'll just leave those in there. All right, let's do this. Now to Slime City. Oh, be quiet. Relax. Oh yeah. We dug all this out. And we left all the blocks. And we're full. That's alright, we're just gonna throw them in the water up here. Welcome to Slime City, everybody. We have black concrete in here? No. We got white and stuff. I wish we can have like an organized button. That would be nice. Mojang. Just give me an organized button. You having fun yet? I am. I'm excited. I'm excited because I can use this machine to convert. Let's see. Yeah, that. And then I need the deep slate. So, wow. Did I really want to do that one? No, it's these two. Yeah. So we could, we'll hold these. Kind of shove everything else into here for now. Yeah, we'll run the deep slate first. can actually just do part of it. And there we go. Okay, we'll do the deep slate first, and then we'll do... Then we'll do the concrete after. Because we want all the deep slate, and the concrete could stay in the system, that's fine. Make sure nothing's broken. Nope, seems to be doing fine. I don't want to go too super fast, because I'm kind of scared that because of the durability of the deep slate, it's going to make it weird. But it seems to be doing fine. Seems to be keeping up. Sorry for the excessive clicking. You still keeping up down here? Yep. Looks like it. If cobblestone generators were not a thing, this would do well. Uh-oh. Okay, we're still blowing up. I thought I didn't hear it for a second, and I'm like, Why am I not hearing the explosions anymore? That makes it a little worrying for me. Makes me think the machine is breaking, but it's still blowing up. Figures I can't leave it because you gotta be distracted and doing something else from the main project. This is for the main project. Unfortunately, I need cobbled deep slate, and all I have is normal deep slate. Feels freaking bad, man. Alright, hold on. We can just snag it from in here. Because we'll be able to... Alright, well, this is the last bit of it. Okay, now we need to get the concrete. What? Perfect. Okay. Now this should flush all the deep slate out of the system, and we can keep all of that, and then we'll have the black concrete afterwards. I think this should be enough. Nice and easy. Oh, Jesus. Just spam clicking. Definitely should have done this before the stream. I apologize. I figured we'd be able to be a little more productive, but I even gathered all the supplies. I gathered deep slate. I gathered black concrete. I gathered black glass. I got the lanterns. Like, I thought we'd be able to just go straight into building, but we forgot about cobbled deep slate. And then, you know, I don't think I grabbed enough black concrete, so this will definitely help with that. But the black concrete is going to be a very minimal part. It's just going to be basically the box around the outside. Now I could grab this one. And then this should be fairly, yeah, let's say it should be fairly empty. It'll give it to us. Okay, we're almost done. Almost done. And there we are. I'm probably gonna have to put that down so we can get all this crap out, but it's fine. Okay, let's just go down here. And oh, I guess I should have left those up there. Okay. Anything that's not empty. Empty, empty. Okay. So deep slate will come first. Oh yeah, it's probably gonna be up here. There's even white. Wait, yeah. Okay. Hello JB, long time no stream. Yeah, I know. I've been we've been dealing with some stuff, unfortunately. Hopefully we got it squared out, at least what we can do for now. But yeah, it was unfortunate circumstances. Let's just leave it at that. So how you doing today? Hope it's nothing catastrophic. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. I think this is more than a shulker box, so maybe not. One short. Wow, one short. Okay. And then this one has all the... Let's put these up here. And we'll go put them back up here. You're doing fine? Happy to hear that. Alright. Now we can go. All right. All right, let's start with, where's the cobbled? Right here. Okay, let's finish slabbing this up. Might have should have just made this out of cobbled deep slate, but maybe we'll try to integrate both of them. I saw the announcement and thought you wouldn't stream today either, so I was playing a game, hence why I'm a bit late. Hey, no worries. I didn't know if I would be streaming today either, to be fair. Okay, I think everything should be slabbed up so nothing can spawn. I believe so. Okay, now we could put glass on this layer, all the way in this middle section. Maybe we should do black concrete around the rim first. So that way we can work our way up. Yeah, I think that would be better. But I think we also need a spot to put all of our shulker boxes down. I guess we could just leave them up here. Okay, so this is where glass is. Let's hope the schematic makes you less likely to sidetrack. Sidetrack, yes. Quicker, I don't know. I think that's all the glass. Yep. This one's cobbled. And then the ores. And then the rest should be, oh, that's more deep slate. And the rest should be black concrete. Okay. So now let's just grab some of this and put it on top so nothing spawns. Well, there we go. Okay. Now, let's see. Yeah, I think we should go ahead and do block concrete around the outside here to give ourselves a little box. Concrete's here. Yes. How far down are we going is the question. I mean, we could go as far as possible. How far would you say you are to complete the entire factory? I'm not terribly far, because we have the Wonka room, so now we're doing the coal room, and then we just have 2 more rooms after that, and then we'll be done. And the rooms themselves should be simpler, I guess, to make. Like the Wonka room, the hardest part, I guess, was the walls and all of that, but I don't think we're terribly far from it. Right here. Yeah. Okay, so I think we just go to bedrock, and then we'll put the bottom layer above it, and then glass above that, I think. You won't be able to see this spot, but I do want it to have the like infinite lights look, so we'll see. The hardest part of each room is you not getting sidetracked. That is definitely true. Okay. Excuse me, sir. Come get it. Am I gonna have to come get it? All right. Okay, so I say we just spawn proof this with a slab for now. This will not be staying here, but I don't want to have to deal with the mobs while we work on it. Okay, now the thing is we need to cover right above bedrock. So let's see if we did glass, glass, glass. You'd have a couple layers. Is this going from your mind, or do you build it in creative first? The only thing I built in creative first is the outline of the cave. So you'll see that's what the cave is going to look like. Like this. So I do have that built and ready, but that's all I have ready at the moment. Everything else is kind of winging it. Okay, so I say we put a layer of black concrete and then a layer of glass. So probably just do this side by side so that nothing spawns. So we can get rid of these for now. Oh, these are cobbled. Okay, so let's grab... Put you back in there. I won't need any of that for now. Okay. So yeah, we need to do a layer of black glass. Or a layer of black concrete across the top layer of this. Man, I'm not going to be able to see anything. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So now this will be spawn proof, and this will be where the lanterns start. Are we gonna have enough for this is the question. It only needs to go to here, I guess, technically. I'll put it there for now, but we don't need to technically go to there because this will be going up the wall. See, now I'm worried again that we're not going to have enough. Oh boy. Excuse me. Could you... Thank you. Okay. Please get off. Just get off. Just get off. He does like me indeed. More specifically, the concrete. I think I agree with that. I think he likes the concrete more. Is he going to be on the concrete? Oh. No, he's not. Wow. I'm kind of surprised. Where'd he go? Is that him way over there? Jesus. This is going to take a minute. I don't think we have enough black glass to do all of the layers now that I'm looking at this. He said that you kicked him off? Well, I'm busy. You got in the way. I do like how it looks just doing it like that. I wish I didn't have to spawn proof everything, but I do. It's just the way it is, man. do fast right click? Yes, I can. You don't have to spawn proof. You could always forsake the Wither skeleton farm. No. I didn't make it the most efficient design it could possibly be. So for that reason, we should probably spawn proof everything. If the Wither skeleton farm used more than just the 4 spawning platforms that I did use, and it stayed, and it was more efficient, then maybe I could afford to have a little bit less spawn proofing areas. But yeah. Nah, it's fine. Nah, it's work fine with the friends. No, it does. It won't. It wouldn't. We don't need any more friends in here. Oh, all the black glass. Yep. Oh, jeez. Ow. Okay, so let's just get 1 row of this plus that. Oh boy. Are we gonna have enough? For some reason, my brain likes creating stories. I have 2 story ideas in an arc, all created from a dream. Hey, write it down. Not a bad thing. I think I'm more surprised I remember the dreams than anything. Yeah, I dream every night. Sometimes they stick around and I remember them for a long time, but sometimes they do not. And I'll forget them like within a couple of hours. Why did I make this room so big? Why do I do this? Oh, my nose is itchy. Oh, my nose is itchy. I'm busy. Ugh. There we go. I remember bits and pieces of a dream I had from like 5 years ago. I remember a dream as well. I remember one when I was young, like really young, because it was a nightmare. And then I remember one from, yeah, probably about 5 to 7 or so years ago. Okay, how much of this have we done? Have we done a quarter? I know we haven't done half yet. Okay, we've done about a third. Almost a third. That's not bad. We might have enough after all. I plan to write all these stories my brain has conjured for me, even if it takes me like 30 years. I mean, do it. I'm all for it. When I get inspiration, I work on writing my story. Most of the time, I'm just like writing down like small plot details or like small little lore details that will eventually come into play, but not yet. So I have to wait. Just write them down and then wait till I get to that part. But I got too many hobbies, too many things that I'm focusing on. Oh, alright. Wait, my fast right click wasn't even on. That mean I can just go across without it? Has a little stutter step, but not bad. I think that writing when you're inspired makes writing way harder. Yeah, it does. It's not necessarily that it's harder, it's just less likely to be completed in a timely manner. It's like if you want to get good at something, you should not wait until you're motivated to do it. Because if you wait until you're motivated to do it, then it's going to take forever. Maybe it's because I forced myself to write every day, but I made far more progress than writing for inspiration. Yeah, see? When I was drawing every day, which I don't do now, I need to get back into it. I should draw today, actually. But when I was drawing every day, yeah, the progress was definitely a lot faster. And now that I don't draw every day, progress has definitely slowed down. But I also had a bit of a burnout with Inktober. Drawing a complete picture, literally all 31 days of October. I didn't make it to the end. I think I made it to like 25 or something. And then I hit burnout pretty hard. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, man. I just want to play Minecraft and the new League of Legends game mode. And then I got some stuff dealing with family and then the girlfriend this week. Just, man, some unfortunate timing and some unfortunate situations in general. But no matter, the day goes on. Drawing every day sounds exhausting. It was. When I was doing a complete drawing every day, it was exhausting. When I was just practicing every day, it wasn't that bad. Because you can practice for like, you know, half an hour to an hour and have really good, meaningful practice. But yeah, trying to draw a complete picture every day, that's tough. Excuse me, sir, your head is in the way. Okay, there we go. Technically, my progress was slow after writing every day because I used to write once a week and finish a chapter. Then I did it every day and took 9 weeks to do one chapter, but the quality shot up. Yeah. It's the classic quantity over quality sort of like, what do you prefer to have? Do you prefer to have a lot of it done with lesser quality or less of it done with a lot of quality? That's how I feel about when I build these giant farms. It's like, okay, I could make a farm that's much smaller and not as good looking, or even just take away the decoration part in general and just do the farm itself. Or I could make one project for one farm take months at a time. Technically, this is a project that solves like 3 or 4 different problems. Because you get coal, you get bone meal, you get the wither skulls, which I can make for more beacons. So this is a project that like can justifiably take a long time, or is like worth taking a long time for. So I'm fine with it. Probably for the next project, we should do something a little easier. Doesn't have to be super easy, but just easier would probably, probably be a good plan. What? Can't wait for the next build to take 10 years. It might. No, this project was I signed on for quite a lot. I mean, we're nearing the end game, which is nice, but yeah, it's we signed up for a lot of work when we decided to do this. We could have just left the Wither Skeleton farm the way it was when we had it technically done, built, and all of it worked. Could have just left it alone. I should probably send the first chapter to more people than just my sister. Yeah. Just throw it at whoever will read it. Okay, we're about the halfway mark, I think. Maybe a little past, hopefully. Whoever will read it, I am terrible at that apparently because my sister didn't read it. Not hurt by it. Yeah, you just can't take it personally because I mean, not everybody's going to be interested. Yes, we crossed the halfway point, thank God. Oh, really? Ow, he hit hard. What did I say? Did he die? Oh, God. This guy's smacking me. He's still alive? I guess not. I could send it to my other sister, but I fear her opinion more. I am not sure why I do fear it more. I doubt she would be more critical. Maybe just because you respect her opinion more? Or respect her as a person more? Usually we only, or in theory, you should only value the opinions of those that you know, respect or value of. So, if some rando told me that they didn't like what I wrote or didn't like what I built in Minecraft or drew or whatever, I'd be like, okay, that sucks, but whatever. But if I drew something and all of the people closest to me were not even like, oh yeah, it looks good, like they were just like, yeah, I think this looks like trash, I'm like, well, okay, that hurts a little bit more. So I guess it's just the people, if you value the people's opinions more, then regardless of what they say, it's gonna feel better or feel worse than if some random person said it. I don't respect her more, which may sound harsh, but I'm simply not close to her compared to the sister I did send it to. That's fair. I also have a sister I'm not particularly close to. Though she actually reads, that might be why. Yeah, I can understand that. When I sent my first chapter to my dad was the one that I was most worried about. Just because my dad reads a bunch of fantasy novels. I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna hold up. He's read like over 100 fantasy novels and I've never written anything in my life. What did your dad say? He liked the way the chapter's going as far as like the direction of the writing. He says I need to describe the way the characters look because you can't, there's like basically no description, which makes sense. I described the scene relatively and like the emotions of the scene, but I didn't really describe what the characters look like. So I definitely need to do that better, or I need to do that really at all. Okay, well I have enough for this bottom floor, but I don't know how much more. There's also like terms and phrases that are used in the first chapter that aren't super, they might not make a ton of sense right now, but literally the next chapter, a lot of that will get kind of ironed out. What do you guess 2050 before your story comes out? I don't know if it's ever coming out, to be honest. I don't imagine this will be an actually like published book or anything, but it would be cool to finish it at some point, yeah. Who knows? Maybe 2050. I'm slower than George R.R. Martin. No. Let's go out all the way down to there so I know how far we need to go. Just so we have an estimate. Let's see. Right here? I think that's the last one. Ooh, I guess I can go both ways. Publishing my stories isn't a priority either, but I do want people to see it. Yeah, I can understand that. I thought about, because I'm also trying to learn to draw, instead of doing like an actual story, making it a graphic novel. So like basically a comic book, but instead of the comic book, each issue would basically be a chapter. So I would just make my own graphic novel by writing it and drawing it chapter by chapter. But that would take not only a lot more time, but I think it would arguably be harder. But I wouldn't have to describe the scene quite as much because it's drawn out. So it might be better, question mark? Don't know for sure. A lot more time by someone with too many hobbies, exactly. Technically, it would be combining two hobbies. It would be combining the drawing and the writing, but yeah. It would be quite a lot of work. And I have an idea for how the story would end, and it would create a sequel. So, yeah. I think it depends on what you're going on. Describing the scene through words gives a greater sense of being there than a picture ever could. Yeah, I just like art. It should be glass at all? Nah. We only need this little bit of glass. The rest of it's fine. Although we're gonna need a lot more glass. A lot more. I always way underestimate how much stuff we're gonna need. Because it's going to be multiple layers of glass on this part, and then multiple layers of glass on the other part. I would love to get someone to draw the cover of the story, but it would be hella expensive. Yeah. I mean, getting a good artist to do it, yeah, for sure. Depending on what kind of style you want. If you wanted something more cartoony, you could probably get it for cheaper. If you wanted something more, you know, semi-realistic, it would probably be harder to find something cheap, that is. Do not go with the AI generated images. They look awful. And it like discredits you as an artist. I hate seeing AI images. That's like one of the people I work with. It's like, why don't you use AI to generate thumbnails for you for your YouTube videos? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. As an artist, I don't really agree with the idea of all of that nonsense. We are so incredibly close to being done. Oof. We are also so incredibly close to being out of stuff. I used to use AI before I got into writing, and then I got into writing and learned how much I love writing more than getting the result. Yeah. Also, it's just, for AI images in particular, you can very easily tell when they're AI generated, and it looks so soulless. It looks soulless, it looks generic, it's lacking, for like lack of a better phrase, it's lacking that human touch. Like the artistry, it's just missing completely. Oh. I remember seeing an artist, or a guy who wrote a book on TikTok, who was like preaching up and down that the cover he used, or the cover that he bought from somebody was not AI, because he was just like, he just gave a couple of examples, but it was very clearly AI. So you can tell, because some of the mistakes are so ridiculous that a real artist wouldn't do them. Especially if you're being paid commission to do something. You're not going to do something stupid like, I don't know, have an extra finger, or like something misaligning super obviously. So. Use AI if you want to, but I lose so much respect for people who use it as artists. If I'm paying for art and I get back AI, yeah, I'll be pissed. Exactly. I had a guy, I'm on a Discord channel. I had someone message me and like, hey, do you create content? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, I sell stuff, you know, like, I was on Fiverr the other day. I was looking for artists, but there were people asking for money for AI art. A lot of Fiverr is AI. A lot of it is AI. And you can tell because it looks exactly the same as every other person doing it. And it's so sad. But yeah, someone asked me, who's like, hey, you know, I sell stuff to artists for their YouTube channels and their streams. Like, do you want to take a look at what I got? And I'm like, well, I'm an artist as well. So if I wanted anything, I'd either go find someone or I'd do it my own. He's like, oh, would you mind critiquing what I do have? And I'm like, all right, sure, whatever. And he sends me pictures and I'm like, I mean, these all look pretty generic because they're all AI generated. So if you're going to sell these, I would probably not do that. And he's like, these aren't AI. I tailor them specifically to what the client asked for. And I pointed out things that were wrong with his quote unquote his art. And I was like, yeah, this tiger's paw looks wicked bad. The cigar has smoke coming out going the wrong way. This guy, I was just pointing out stuff that was very clearly wrong. And then he blocked me. And I'm like, yep, okay. Sounds about right. All right, so we got that part done. Where's the stick? Let's take all this away. Okay. So now we just need to fill up the sides with the black concrete. Kind of like this one. I don't think we'll have enough. Let's take a look. Yeah, definitely not. Oh, we got some there and some there. Okay, so maybe we will, actually. Okay, so let's put this in here. Let's grab that bubbled slabs back. And then let's just do all this. Let's fill the sides in. Kind of like this one. Yeah, we'll start on this side, I guess. I am in this Discord server, and for some reason, I keep getting spam DMs from them. They asked me to buy art they've clearly stolen. I can tell they're stolen from the 400 different art styles and the fact that I can Google. Yeah. Sounds about right, unfortunately. Ah, we're out of the speed beacon. God dang it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I wish I could pull up the old Discord messages, but blocked me and I probably deleted him. So probably won't ever be able to see it, but you know, whatever. I told the mods of the server as well. I was like, hey, just so you guys know, there's a guy trying to sell AI art in your server. Friends all around? Yep. Yep, they're definitely all around. Whether you want them to be or not, they are here. I once joined an artist Discord server just to ask one of the artists for a line on MS Paint. He was very confused, but gave it to me free of charge. A line on MS Paint? Like literally a straight line? I mean, if you're asking for a straight line, yeah, I'd hope he'd give it to you for free. I don't know exactly how this is gonna look yet, but we could probably put a box around it. Just as we do with the rest of them. Just a straight line. I mean, yeah, I'd hope it'd be free of charge. They charged you for that? Oh my god, I'd be upset. I'd be upset for you. You thought it was a scam at first, no idea how? Yeah, I don't know how you would think that is a scam either. I guess you can't be too careful, but... It's kind of funny that he thought it was a scam, though. I mean, you never know. You never know. People will find a way to scam you. All right. There's our glass box. However, we need more glass. Like a lot more. We have zilch. We have some. Well, is this the one where we had the glass in? Oh no, it's down here. We can do some layers. We don't have to completely. Okay. So now what I think we're gonna do is go ahead and put lanterns down on this, like scatter all the way across, and then do another layer of glass. And I think I want to do red lantern, or like the orange lanterns down here, and then once we get to above, do the blue ones. So where do we put the lanterns? Here. So we can just scatter these around randomly. The funniest scam in history, if that was the case. Yeah. I mean, technically, you did get a buck out of, or you did get a straight line out of him for free. So you got an art commission and did not pay for it. So we'll take that. Okay. Now we have all these lanterns. Now we just place another layer of glass under it. Or on top of it, rather. There's like a stack and a half of that. Jesus. Okay. So on top of that, we do glass. For some reason my sleep schedule has been complete trash. I woke up at 2 a.m. and slept at 12 p.m. It's been there. Jesus. That is kind of rough. Can I do this? Can maybe miss my writing on one of my stories. That's unfortunate. I don't really do that with sleep. Like my sleep schedule stays pretty much the same always, but I hate when I miss doing something that I wanted to do because I'm not feeling well. So I hate when I'm like sick and I can't do stuff. That bothers me. I don't even know if this is all gonna look good when it comes together, but we're gonna try it. It's quite annoying. I bet it is. You know what is screwed with your sleep schedule here lately? Ah. Like, do you know the cause of it? If you do, that'll help a ton. Like, do you change anything lately? No idea? Okay, well. That is indeed unfortunate. I'm currently fixing it by not sleeping. I mean, yeah, I guess that's one way to make it happen. I changed the current story, but not the prequel's ending. Oh, is it? For some reason, I like writing stories where the protagonist loses. The one I'm currently writing is supposed to be the end with the MC losing and dying. And the prequel's the same. I mean, yeah, not all stories need to have that happy ending where the bad guy loses, the good guy wins, everything's good in the world. My first story, because it's gonna have a sequel, is probably going to end with the main characters losing. Like, they do have victories, but in the overall narrative, technically, they will lose. Probably. It's so hard to see these glass. Yeah, same for the prequel. All right. I probably would have changed the ending too if it wasn't a prequel with the events already made. Okay, fair enough. I don't like when Hollywood does prequels and tries to put characters in danger that make legit no sense. Like when the Obi-Wan show came out and they tried to like make Leia seem like she was like, you know, being kidnapped and in danger. I'm like, Leia lives. We know this. One of the things I suck at most is writing his names. I think that's obvious considering what my username is. Erant. I am also not super great with names. What is that? Is that just a hole? How long has that been here? Lol. Anyways. Okay, so how much glass do we have? Definitely not enough. I need to use the bathroom anyways, so I guess let's go let the concrete converter run for a second. Or let's grab a shulker box. Ooh. Okay. Prequels can work if they are meant to exist. Yeah. By gets it wrong because the stories were never supposed to get them. Yeah, it's like they find cool characters or like people attached to characters and then they're like, ah, let's make a prequel for it. Milking the story instead of loving it. Yeah. That's kind of like Toy Story with me. Not the prequel sense, but please don't attack me. I don't have gold on. Die. I'm wearing gold. You love me now. You love me now. Yeah? Right? Alright, screw it. But yeah, it's like Toy Story for me. They just wanted to write more stories, even though the third one is definitively the best ending the stories could ever have. Alright, is that on? Yeah, it's on. Okay. Okay. I need to let that run because I need to use the bathroom so bad. I do believe my prequel can work because it's going to have a different cast. Then it can work. It can absolutely work. Using the same characters and then trying to make them look like they're in danger and then we already know they live to the sequel, that's when it's a problem. But I'll be right back. I gotta pee. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back. And there won't be plot holes, as I know the prequels now instead of shuffling in later. Maybe will be plot holes I can't catch every time thing. Yeah, I'm kind of not super worried about plot holes. I'm trying to keep that in mind, but I'm also trying not to focus so drastically on making it bulletproof that the story itself starts to suffer because of it. I'm just trying to make sure that there's a fair amount of foreshadowing and the world building is there, the characters are there, Why do you apologize for being human? I don't know. It's just my reaction, I guess. Just remove any obvious plot holes and be done. Yeah. That's the right idea. I think we fill all of these up. We could probably turn all of these into glass. We're pretty close to it. Maybe not all of them, but we might need to. Honestly, should be fine. One thing I think it did poorly is explaining my world, because back in the early chapters, I didn't know when to explain it, so it's natural. I am catching up on the world building. Busy with Arc 2, and boy am I filling that with the lore. It's fun. Yeah, I'm also kind of struggling with that. It's like, there are world building details that I need to get out fairly early, but doing that in an organic way is kind of hard for me. Kind of hard to do it without being too on the nose, yeah? Like, you want to give up as many juicy details as you can, as naturally as you can, that doesn't sound like, you know, you're just telling the audience. Like, I pitched my dad an idea. I was like, hey, is this too on the nose if I do this like this? He's like, it might be too on the nose the way you described it, but it really depends on how it's written. I'm like, okay, well. That's why I prefer writing in omniscient, then you can simply explain it. Yeah. I'm trying to have characters know certain things, and they explain it to characters that don't know certain things. That's kind of how I'm looking at it, sort of. Not in a, this is blah, 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 but in a fun way. Yeah. I'm just trying to have characters with more knowledge explaining things, if I can. Or just be brought up organically, like in a random conversation that in context makes sense. That one's about to be full. Oh, look at that. I forgot we had all this filled up in there. Full. That one's about to be. Sweet. Same here, doing that in Arc 2. Yep. That's the best way, in my opinion, to do it, as far as I know. I mean, I'm not a writer, so I could be completely wrong on that, but as far as I know. Even using books, because why wouldn't they read to learn things? Yeah, exactly. All right, I think we can go turn off the machine, because I think, yeah, these are filling up too. All right, let's go turn it off. I think I'm going to turn pretty much all this into glass. Turn that dude off. Okay. So the only one that's not full, well, that one's got a little bit of room left. There we go. I still love a single paragraph of one of the latest latest chapters from how it describes things so bluntly, yet not on the nose, right? You gotta find that balance. Ow. But maybe it's really bad from anyone else's eyes. Don't know. Don't know until you send it to people to read. Dang, that is still going. I keep dumping coal into there and it just keeps eating it. I have a data pack that I can turn stained concrete, or like colored concrete, into stained glass. Yeah, there we go. Just dump that in there. Give it the 2 shulker boxes. And then there we go. It'll start filling it up. I made one of those Ender Pearl, you know, chase, what's it called? The stasis chambers, where you have an Ender Pearl like hovering. I made, I think, 5 or 6 of those. Had my iron farm way back, way, well, can't really tell. But it's, you know, way over there. Let's go up here real quick. And slam our face into the wall. That's very important. Yeah, way over here, at our base. Where's the quarry at? There it is. Yeah, so the iron farm is in here somewhere, and we put them in there, hoping that the chunks stay loaded. I don't know if it will, though. What is that? Oh, I think those are entities. Ooh. Yeah, because it shows entities in there now. All right, fair enough. It's a pretty fast little system, but it's gonna take it a moment. I need to start. I need to write. I need to draw. So many things. Maybe it's because I'm standing here and watching it, but it feels like it's going slow. But it's probably because I'm standing here watching it. Maybe I'll share the first chapter somewhere publicly. I haven't edited it yet, so no real fear of it being stolen at Discord server, so it's not like super public. I mean, you can throw it in our, I think it's a creator's workplace spot. You could throw it in there and see if anyone wants to read it. I know this system is pretty fast, but I'm just impatient. Sad part is I need more than just this. But I need to go begin with dinner. See ya. Have a good day, sir. Thank you for stopping by. It was a pleasure as always. I'll be here, waiting on the furnace. Why has that got stuff in it? Hello? Don't know, but alright. Guess we can go throw this over here. I wonder if the hopper above this one is just backed up a little. I guess not. I guess they're just coming in as they flow. All right. That's fine. Shulker should be getting ready to swap. Yep. And boop. Thank you. On to the next one. Oh boy. Every time the carts do a lap, I think they take half a stack. Yeah, each minecart takes half a stack. And then they do a lap. Okay, what can we do? What can we do in the meantime? While we're waiting on this thing. I don't think we can really do much of anything. We really just have to wait for it. Ugh. Okay, maybe we finish what's in here. And we'll leave these two as powder for now. And we'll wait. We will wait to see if we need to use them for glass. I mean, we probably will, because we're going to need a lot of glass. But we might not need it for today. So we'll wait until all of this goes through. And then we'll, I think we'll just continue with building. Guess I can grab the sticks from over here, because we're probably going to need them for... oh, yeah. Probably going to need them for when we do... all of the... We need torches that'll go into lanterns. Okay, not bad. Let's wait till the end of this. One sec. All right, let's take a look here. We got 2 of them through. So now we're just waiting on them all to be spit out. Yeah, they're still cooking. It's getting there. Should we just take what we have and then go? Why not? We'll come back when we need it. Okay, and then the torch box is there. Okay, so now we need to do another layer of the lanterns. Once again, scattered around randomly. Maybe not quite as many. Maybe like that. Then we need another layer of glass. Get some glass down here too, yeah. All right, next layer, here we go. And let's just continue this. I am now waiting on what I should make. Let's get rid of the loaded in bits. So whatever. We'll bring it back if we need it. Well, you know what's strange? The fact that I still drink coffee. I do not get any effect from it. Like I'm immune to the caffeine. I also don't get anything from coffee, but I do like drinking it. I had a coffee this morning. Can't say I really feel the effects of the caffeine though. Like turning on the camera doesn't really help me at all. You had like 7 cups this morning. That's a lot of cups of coffee. I had 1. Might have a problem? Yeah, you might have a problem. 7 cups is a lot of coffee. It's a guy, there's like a guy I work with who always has like 2 coffees, but they're like espresso coffees. It's basically just like espresso on ice, and he has 2 of those. More than 1 cup worth. They're like pretty large. And he also carries in like 2 Red Bulls or 3 Red Bulls when he comes in for a shift. And I'm like, bro, you need to relax. You're gonna have some problems. My family can go to bed with coffee and not have it affect our sleep. I mean, that's good, but just because you don't feel it doesn't mean nothing's going on. I'd still be at least somewhat cautious about how much you're drinking, especially the closer you get to bed. That includes me. Weren't you just talking about your sleep schedule being jacked? Most confusing part is that my mom hates when I drink energy drinks, like it matters with how much coffee we drink. I mean, I'm sure there's a difference in what you're getting. The chemicals versus the natural stuff. I don't know, I'm not a nutritionist. I mean, like a can of energy drink, not like a 20. I mean, yeah. I don't know, some of them energy drinks. Whew. I used to drink some back in the day, my god. They actually make you feel non-human. You guys mad at a can a month? Yeah. That's just parents for you. It's just forever gonna be the case. Sometimes I reread my messages and I feel like I sound 14 when I type. Not sure why. Don't know. Hopefully that's not reflected in your writing, your stories. Dang it. The words I use are different. Okay, good. I mean, yeah. The words I use in my everyday language and then words I use for writing the story are definitely not the same, or the way I use words. Because, I mean, you can take more time to think about them when you're writing a story. And you're supposed to be portraying how different characters say things, so I guess it makes more sense. Maybe some bits, but not all. Fair. God dang it, I keep doing that. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna need a lot of black glass. In my story, I've sworn twice. In real life, I have sworn more than twice today. Hey, that's fair. You can adjust how much you swear in your story and in your life day to day. I don't swear at all. And those times were purely for emphasis. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes there are other words that can portray what you're trying to say, for sure. Oh, Jesus, we just made that messy. I tried to figure out a scene's age rating, and apparently it would be 18 plus. What do you got going on in your scenes? I make it all the way back here. Some vulgar profanity. Mine's gonna have some darker elements and tones, but not anything ridiculous. Like, we're not gonna be doing some Game of Thrones style story, that's for sure. Wow. Okay, we're actually gonna need a lot more than I thought. We still, technically, we'll be doing this on the roof as well. So yeah, we're gonna be, when stream is over, we gotta generate a lot of glass. No, we're out of the big bounce. God dang it. That's fine. We'll go under. All right. Violence. All right, fair enough. That's probably a pretty easy way to get a higher rating. Probably gonna need more. I have a crafting bench. I swore I did somewhere. Guess we'll make one. Oh, not that. There we go. And having a villain whose MO is loving blood and torture doesn't help. Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't. Where's all the... Oh. I'm dumb. Alright, so we have 58 lanterns to do for this layer. This might be the last layer, because... yeah, this will probably be the last layer. Of lanterns. I don't know if we'll have enough glass to fill that, but... Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Now we can do another layer of glass. Hopefully we have enough. Ooh. Marworld started around my villain, so I kind of adore him. That's fair. Even if you wouldn't, considering him a good person, I do. Hey, just because someone's a villain of a story doesn't mean that they're not a good person, to be fair. Really just depends on context. But one of the villains in my story I like a lot, and then a couple of them, like, I guess part of the protagonists I also like a lot. Well, maybe not good, but not evil. Yeah. They operate in that morally gray area. That's where all the best characters are, though. Ooh! Almost fell off. We're good. Oh, this is it. This is all we have left. We're not going to be able to finish this layer. One character I just finished the arc with was in there. I wouldn't call him good or evil, but more evil than good. That's fine. I mean, in the real world, you'll very rarely find, like, actual black and white characters where they're 100% good or 100% bad. I mean, there are some, don't get me wrong, but we are all human. We all have selfish tendencies and things that we do that we might think are correct and ends up hurting people or being, you know, less good for others. So I think it's totally fine having good and bad guys working in that morally gray area. What would you consider the guy who nearly killed his friend's daughter to try and get revenge on the person who killed your friend? Wait. What would you consider the guy who nearly killed his friend's daughter to try to get revenge on the person who killed his friend? I mean, it was unintentional, I imagine. So that's another one of those, like, he's clearly just human. Like, this man is out for revenge for his friend. And in the process, hurt someone he does care about. Maybe. I imagine he does. classic storytelling idea. Oh yeah, we're not finishing this. Nowhere close. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna need more glass. Luckily, we have some that we can furnace real quick. But my goodness, we have 7 in our hand. Well, it wasn't unintentional, but the daughter came too close to death. So he intentionally almost killed her? Okay, so he just went too far. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Alright, we're gonna need a lot of this, so we're just gonna go ahead and send this on through. And then off stream, I'll worry about getting some more. Now we just get to wait for this to be done. One shulker box is probably enough to finish what we have out there. So we'll probably just wait for this one to be finished and then, yeah. What's the kind of genre would you describe the story you're writing? What time period? Would you call it fantasy? Would you call it a thriller? Would you call it, you know, gory? How would you describe it? Because mine combines a couple things. It's like a fantasy murder mystery thriller. Oh, oop, I mean, press it. Is all this gone? No, it's almost gone, which means it's basically full. So that's good. We got that going for us, I guess. We're good. Let's go. Wait, is one even gonna be enough? One should be enough for what we're finishing, right? I think so. I'm in luck apparently my parents were in the mood for fish and chips, so I don't cook. Excellent. Love that. That's always a good time. I don't think it really matters, but let's just put it there. For now, hopefully this will be enough to finish this layer. It might not be. If not, then I guess we're heading back out. Need to figure out what I'm doing for lunch. I'm hungry. God dang it. Would you let me? There we go. What's your favorite part of world building? It's hard to say because I really like deities, like gods, demons, spirits, any sort of like, you know, non-human lore character. I usually love. Usually fall in love with those kind of characters. All right, so here's our floating lantern floor. I think we just, let's put this down one more real quick with the deep slate. Not the cobbled, the regular. Well, I guess I didn't have to go all the way with that one, whatever. For you, it's new spells and things. I bet that could be fun as well. When you have a magic system. Which I do have. But it's very... I wouldn't say subtle, but it's only a small number of characters can have the magic system active at once. Almost created a new species. It was quite fun. I bet it was. Nope. I prefer magic systems that everyone can use, with the exception of one or two. Yeah, I wanted to limit it in order to create a richer story. So the magic system is very, I wouldn't say predetermined, but the abilities that people can inherit are predetermined, but there are like, let's say 14 people total. And then there's some small exceptions. Yeah, what I didn't want to do is create a magic system that anybody can use, so anybody can do anything. I wanted the characters to be fairly limited on those who were quote-unquote special. There we go. Okay, so all of that's going to be covered up, but you're going to see this part here in the middle. And it'll probably go... Let's grab some cobble deep slate. Where do we put that? Here? Yeah. We have some slabs still. grab some regular full blocks and then change some into stairs. Let's do stair here. Do another stair down. I need some more slabs. Let's see. I don't like Fate at all. Maybe that's why I prefer everyone. That is quick contracting now that I think about it. Considering my MC creates Fate for people without faith, I think the magic system should fit the story as well. My world and story are about gods, so I have massive spells and things make far more sense. I mean, yeah. Everything should make sense in the context of your own story. So if things don't really make sense in the context of the story you're writing, probably should do something about it. There we go. Now we have a way down. And this will have more, you know, there'll be more to this than what's in here right now. But that's the general plan. That's the general idea. I have like pillars. And then I think when we go around here to the left, maybe like right here will be where we loot coal. And then to the right, maybe we squeeze through here. And that would be where we go to the next room. Squeeze through that little crevice. Yeah. I can dig that. Like, I can't imagine your story would fare well with any spell from mine, nor the other way around. My ability to type appears to be dying. That's all good. But yeah, I don't imagine our stories would fit super well together. But that is totally fine. Cobble, 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 and cobble, cobble. Regular. Alright, so we need like 1 million more black concrete. So that's what I'm about to be doing off camera. Because we're going to need 1 billion more glass, a fair amount of black concrete, and then we'll need more deep slate probably. So I guess I need to be working on this, unfortunately. That's probably where we're going to call the stream, so I can get some lunch and do all this off-camera boring stuff. But I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully with more supplies to kind of finish up what we're trying to do here. But I guess we'll see. Alright, Rant. Enjoy your fish and chips. Have fun writing if you're going to do that today. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.
My story basically threw away balancing because if everybody is OP, nobody is. That's fair. Yeah, I didn't want any, like, if the characters are broken, I wanted them to be more, like, sparse. And there are definitely some broken characters. But there's some drawbacks to that. Know what you're gonna eat? No idea. Don't have a lot available in the house, so I probably need to go get groceries first, unfortunately. But we shall see. Alright, I'm out of here. Peace out, Rant. I'll see you later.